Our next round is potluck. Yes, it's time to shove our junk through the glory hole of chance and see what gives it a suck. We use a lot of German words in English, although if they'd had their way in the 1940s, we'd be using all of them. OK, time for our last set of questions. Scuba, laser and taser are all acronyms. What do they stand for?
Oh, no.
So you've got to squeeze them all in. Scuba, laser and taser.
Sandi and I don't want to play anymore because we've got out an indoor croquet set.
Playing
For our next question, it's over to boy band Heartthrob's Boyzone.
How are you, Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy. It's great to be back on the road with our 25th anniversary tour.
We got together way back in 1993, but can your teams remember which worldwide 90s craze launched the very same year, bringing us...
Legs the Frog, Squealer the Pig, Digger the Crab,
Chili the Polar Bear, and Splash the Whale.
Life is a roller coaster. Just got to ride it.
Snap, Crackle and Pop first appeared in adverts for Rice Krispies in 1933, but in the 1950s, a fourth member was very briefly added to the group. Can you name him?
Pre-cum.
I have no idea.
The nursery rhyme, "There was an old lady who swallowed a fly," details the tragic fallout from a woman accidentally swallowing a fly. But what finished her off? Couldn't be simpler. What household product had a number of original uses, including foot cleaning, floor scrubbing, and treating gonorrhea? Oh, Frank knows. All right, let's get some answers. The acronym Scuba, Laser, Taser, what do they stand for?
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Correct.
Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
Correct.
And I think, I couldn't quite remember, Thomas A. Swift electric rifle.
Perfect. 3 for 3. I'd like to ask the semi-literate David Baddiel and Frank Skinner what they scribbled.
Well, we wrote single canister underwater breathing apparatus. Then we had a breakdown and I just wrote light ant.
No. Katherine, Big Narstie, what have you got?
Sussex and Cambridge uni bitches.
That's the one.
It's not that. That was their second choice in the ideas meeting. What about laser?
Yeah.
Light arrow stun energy reaction and then...
Tactical arrow stun energy reach.
No, that is incorrect. So you get all the points there, Sandi and Joe. Well done. Yes. OK. Now, Boyzone asked you about a craze that started in 1993. It was huge. What did you put, David?
We didn't put anything for this.
OK. What did you put, Sandi, Joe?
We thought it was some kind of dancing.
A dance craze. Something really crazy that the kids were all doing.
Splash the Whale sounds a bit like a blokey euphemism for having a piss, but it wasn't that, I presume.
Yeah.
Sadly, no. What did you get?
Well, first we put Brian McFadden, respect. He was not asked to rejoin the band.
I think he was in Westlife, wasn't
Okay.
So I could see why Boyzone wouldn't ask him to join their band, because he was in a different band.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Mrs. Magacan.
Okay. All right, and then we thought it was... Is it Pogs?
I can tell you the answer is Legs the Frog, Squealer the Pig, Digger the Crab, Chili the Polar Bear, Splash the Whale, all Beanie Babies.
Fuck. I should have known.
You're genuinely upset at your performance this evening.
I was trying really hard.
I asked you to name the fourth character added to Snap, Crackle and Pop.
We put Puff because we thought it sounded good.
What did you write?
I got Tingle, I got Tingle.
Tingle. Snap, Crackle, Pop, Tingle.
No, Tingle, Snap, Crackle, then Pop.
Oh.
I said pow. I said pow, but I crossed it out.
Sure. You said pow, but
Yeah,
crossed it out.
You could see it. You could see it. I said pow.
Yeah, it makes sense. He was the only one alive at that age. Flipping out.
I asked you what finished off the old lady that swallowed a fly.
I swallowed a horse.
Of course.
What?
You're not familiar with the story? It's a huge story at the time. There was no lady that swallowed a fly.
Black. You keep telling me this crazy stuff about horses and flies. Why you tell me something about Bob Marley?
Big Narstie, I take your point, but there was no woman who swallowed a fly, right? And then, because she swallowed a fly, she then swallowed a spider to get the fly.
Then she swallowed a bird.
Yeah, then she swallowed to get the spider,
Get
because
the-
obviously that was a problem.
Yeah.
And then she swallowed a cat to get because the cat was to get
And
the
it was
bird.
going well, because then she got a dog to go after the cat. I think the mistake was the next one, because she got a cow to go after the dog.
Which, I mean, famously,
That's
cows
ridiculous.
don't really eat dogs.
Ridiculous.
But then to get the cow out, she
Yeah.
had what?
What are you going to choose?
So no one phoned RSPCA. What's going on?
Well, what they should have, because she swallowed a horse.
Yeah.
She died, of course.
She's a baddest. She's a baddest.
Okay. Did you David and Frank, you got this? Everyone got this. Points all round. Okay. Finally, I asked you what product could be used to clean your feet or your floor or treat gonorrhea. Okay, now, Katherine, you were very confident you got this. What was it?
Vinegar. And then Robitussin as well, Big Narstie said.
Okay, well, both wrong.
Yeah.
David, Frank, you put vinegar?
We put vinegar as well. Is vinegar wrong?
It is wrong. The answer is, Sandy?
Listerine.
Listerine, yes.
What? Mouthwash?
Well, the mouthwash came later.
So you put mouthwash in your cock?
You can put mouthwash on your dingle down.
That'll burn, innit? That'll fucking burn.
Makes you wonder how they discovered it worked as a mouthwash when it had been a gonorrhea treatment.
I imagine whoever owned the company was having a hell of a weekend. We've got one more question. It's time for our final big fat question. I'm incredibly excited. We're joined by Hollywood royalty. Some of the biggest stars in the world are here tonight. Please welcome our very special guests. I mean, if you squint a bit and you're...
Yeah, it's really good, really good.
OK, so here's my question. So these are all huge Hollywood blockbuster stars.
Yep.
We've got Tom Hanks. I believe anyone in that outfit looks as much like Tom Hanks as you. Will Smith, the glasses doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. Robert Downey Jr., Emma Watson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the Pebble, more the Pebble than the Rock, and Julia Roberts. So between them, these stars have all grossed billions at the worldwide box office. All you've got to do is put them in order from the most bankable to the least bankable. So we're only counting films where they played the lead or joint lead. Who brought in the most cash at the box office? 2 points for each correct answer and 10 points if you get the order right. Oh, a lot of murmuring. It's a good question.
Can I do my quote from Harry Potter?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Scared, Potter.
He's the man. He's the man.
Very good. Any other terrible impressions?
Here comes the man in black. Galaxy's offenders.
Can you do the dance? Can you do just bounce with me, just bounce with me, just bounce with me? Come on.
Yeah.
Take a walk with me, just bounce with me.
OK, so let's put them in order. So what have you got? David, Frank?
We've got Hank Smith, Rock, Downey Jr., Roberts, Watson.
OK. Katherine, Big Narstie, what have you got?
We think Harry Potter films have grossed loads. And so, we've got Emma Watson, Will Smith, Tom Hanks, Robert Downey Jr., The Rock, Julia Roberts.
OK. And then Sandy, Joe, what have you got?
We think Robert Downey might be the highest grossing. Then Will Smith, Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, The Rock, and Hermione. Scared, Potter.
I like that a lot. OK, well, put yourselves in order. So, closest to me with the highest grossing.
Wow.
Emma Watson, 9 billion. Tom Hanks, 9.5 billion. Robert Downey Jr., 11.3 billion at the box office. OK, so 1 point there, 1 point there. You managed to not get any of those right.
Just think what a great round that would have been if you had the real people. Yeah. To make them stand in order of brilliant. What about if we do it?
Because Jimmy will win.
And let's have a look and see what that's done to the scores. I can tell you that in last place, deservedly so, we have Big Narstie and Katherine Ryan with 29 points. And we have joint winners. Sandi Toksvig has joined Lycett at 42. Frank Skinner, David Baddiel have 42. Your joint winners are the big fat quiz of everything. There's no tiebreak. OK. I'm going to put this... Yeah, you can fight for it. Well, jump up. You've all won a prize. Your joint winners are the big fat quiz of everything. Well, that's it. A big thank you to our panel, our special guests, and thank you for watching. I'm Jimmy Carr. This has been the Big Fat Quiz of Everything. Good night.